student is expected, 1, to know, 2, to explain. And boy, we did a lot of explaining at the grad school. All subjects required oral and written reporting, and examinations would always begin with the word explain, to make sure that we master the art of reasoning. Among the many professors I looked up to when it comes to explaining is the late Dr. Florentino Ornedo. I admire how he could break down complicated essays so simply into few sentences. The minute he uttered the explanation, your mind explodes at how unbelievably simple these philosophical principles were. Brevity, clarity, and being straight to the point were Dr. Ornedo's trademarks. I remember that in class, Philosophy of Human Person, I was assigned to discuss an essay written by Gabriel Marcel entitled Presence as a Mystery. According to Marcel, presence must not be taken as an object. Once we recognize there is a self in front of us, their being transcends the physical. In a nutshell, Marcel noted the times when other people are present, even if they are not physically with us. During class discussion, Dr. Ornedo pointed out that our Filipino custom of buying pasalubong exemplifies what presence is in the eyes of Marcel. Presence defies proximity. Though very far from each other, Pinoys working or traveling abroad sense the nearness of their loved ones whenever we get a gift or token for them before coming home. Dear Dr. Ornedo, your death is one of my life's unpleasant surprises here at the grad school. You may not be among the attendees at today's Solemn Investiture, but you are with us here, present, especially in the hearts and minds of our literature, philosophy, and history graduates. And on behalf of all your students whom you have inspired, I would like to say thank you, sir. Forrest Gump's success was mainly to his attitude. He cultivated that attitude because he had a wonderful support system in the person of his mother. People don't succeed unless they get support, the wind beneath our wings. We take a moment to thank all of them today. Please indulge me for a little while as I thank the following. First, all our professors for their patience and guidance. I believe they all deserve a round of applause. Second, our families. For me, it has been my husband, Chris. Papa, I know it has not been pleasant trying to sleep in a bedroom where your wife is still tapping on the keyboard in the wee hours of the morning to finish her deadline. To skip work in order to be my chauffeur because I have to be at Bikutan at 6 a.m. for my clinical trial. To type my reaction paper because my arms were busy holding our baby as I breastfed her. To our two daughters, Bia, now 4, and Ina, 8, my sources of inspiration. Thank you for being makulit, asking questions left and right every day. Because believe it or not, you prepared me for my defense day. To the UST SEI for my scholarship, and UST College of Education for my study grant. Thank you for making this dream come true. To the staff of Nutrient Bioavailability Lab of the UST Rosario Sabu. I'm grateful to all of you for adopting me and welcoming me to your lab where I did most of my experiments. To my classmates and friends, maraming salamat sa tulong at pakikinig. To God, who has been and is the greatest, most generous mentor of all time, thank you. Help us remember, Lord, that what we do from here on is what will serve as the best thank you to you for the blessings you have bestowed upon us on our graduation day. The most popular line in the film Forrest Gump is, "Run, Forrest, run." Forrest discovers the one thing he was good at, and he literally ran with it. Some parts of our lives or our journeys are indelibly stamped in our minds. When we reminisce, they happen in slow motion. They play back in our minds like the many flashbacks in the Forrest movie Gump. A memorable scene in my grad school life is probably that one morning when I was having breakfast with my research advisor, and this happened when I was close to finishing my paper. From out of the blue, she asked, "Anak, kailan ka ba magde-defend?" I responded with a smile. She added, "Alam mo kasi, excited na ako sa defense mo." She was excited, I was scared to death. Then she gave me the reason why. Excited ako sa defense mo para makasimula ka na. I stared blankly at her. Did I hear her right? Did she make a mistake? What was I supposed to start? Tatapusin ko. Then she explained to me how her PhD opened new doors for her and that she cannot wait for that to happen to me as well. I've always thought that PhD was the ultimate end, but the moment she said it, I realized this is just the beginning. To Dr. Trinidad, my dissertation advisor, it's truly an honor to be your first PhD. I pray that God will grant you good health and strength to carry on your mentorship. Though it looks like we've reached the finish line, it is in fact the starting line. I urge each and everyone to continue running, to continue being a light to others, to be a beacon of excellence and positivity, to do our share in nation building, to become leaders and mold future leaders, to sustain the momentum of running for as long as we can. In the film, Forrest just kept running and running. His running took him to far places, literally and figuratively. And like Forrest, who knows how far our running would take us? When we welcome life's surprises, when we honor God by doing our best with what He gave us, when we are kind and use our knowledge to serve and help others. The possibilities are endless. And so, run, Tomasians, run. Congratulations, batch 2017, and may God's unending grace be upon us all.